Well, we're resuming GeezerWoW and going back to the beginning to the where we left her off in the inn, and now we can see on the progress on the experience progress bar that there is about 6%, 7% of the remaining bar that of the entire bar before that we could get from conflict from mobs until we're back to normal experience. Right now we're in 200 plus, and we have a bunch of quests that we can still do. Moonwell outside of Starbreeze Village, and there's the hint. To the east, well, that makes it very clear. Currently, we're facing south, so we're going to end up that way. Let's go out that door. And as I recall, there were several other quests this direction. Unless there's something from Blizzard, or unless there's a gold farmer trying to illegally get us to pay actual money for game money, there you won't be anything in my mailbox because it'd pretty much be something I would mail. Well, let's go east. I still can. Oh, wasn't looking where I was going. I still can advance, do a 4 to bleed quests, do a 2. That's heroic strike, do another 2. I can still advance a number of things by hunting. There are some things I need to complete quests. I need a Night Saber Fang and Strigged Owl Feathers and Spider Legs for those different things. I also need to find all a meth. I'll look at that for a while. To the south, well, let's go south as well as east. Like southeast. Well, let's go ahead and use up our 200% stuff. I'll press 3 to charge, and I'll press 4 to bleed. There's very little 200% left. I haven't been offline long enough for that to accumulate. Bleed is over, so I reapply the bleed. The 2 should, finish it. Didn't get a feather. Do see a silver leaf. And the Night Saber is in my way, so I'll charge with the 3. Oops, it's not white anymore, so I'll use my right hand, and then I'll press the 3, and then I'll press the 4, then I'll press the 2, then I'll press the 2 again when I have enough rage to do it. And I got a fang, and I'm skinning, and I'm skilling up my skinning, and I see the sparkles of the silver leaf. I'll do a 3. There we go. 4. And bleed. And another 2. Back over here, when I ran out of 200%, when the bar caught up and the cursor disappeared, it tells me I'm feeling normal instead of feeling rested. Ah, a light leather. That's considerably more valuable than leather scraps. Leather scraps, you may have noticed, are white items, which means they are useful. To other players. The player with the leatherworking main profession, am I going to get? I'm going to keep running. Can combine leather scraps to make light leather. And I outran them.
Greetings.
And I can turn in the rare earth for 230, which is a pretty good bump.
Be careful.
It's about 7-8%, and about another 230 or so will do it for me. He runs over. Now let's place this rare earth, etc. And he offers me another quest. So this is a quest chain.
Can I assist you?
And I want both of them. This will allow me to collect things off the ground.
Your path. Ishnu Allah.
And this will prompt me to whack. That's the other way around. I'm not sure
Goddess,
exactly.
watch over you.
Okay, we have the timberling seeds. So I whack the timberlings to get timberling seeds, and then timberling sprouts are on the ground. Okie dokie. Well, these are 5s, and I do want to end up going east, so I'm going to go back up. Now I'm in range already for the 3, so I have to do 4, 2, and then I'm waiting for 2 to have enough rage again. I got a seed, yay. And have about 5% left. And there's a sprout on the other side. Now, using the left and right mouse buttons, and using my wrist left and right to steer, I get in range of the charge. Then I bleed. When there's enough rage, I hit the 2. Gives me a nice hit. And I hit the 2 again. And I hit the 2 again. And then I pick up this, and that's what the sprouts look like. They were there earlier, but they weren't sparkling. And I could not, couldn't select them with my right click. 2. You will notice every time I do a bleed, if I succeed, it'll show it up there. I've deemed 6, which means I should find a trainer at my earliest convenience. do a 3, which is already, he's already close enough for that. 4, there's another player, level 13. A 2, a 2, as long as the 3, as the bleed is up, I'll continue hitting the 2, the heroic strike, as often as soon as it procs it, as long as it has enough rage to work. 3. These are 5s. I don't think I'd kill much faster putting up the shot, but maybe I should if I have rage left over. Oh, he was also carrying a silver leaf. That's convenient. So I'm heading in the northeast direction. That'll be useful, but not right now. I cannot select it. There's the level 5. Left and right mouse buttons. In range. 4. Didn't take. 4 did. 2. Shot is up and I have plenty of rage. 2 again.
Need a target.
I see a peace bloom. And I see a night saber. There's a night saber closer to my peace bloom. I'll get it. In range. 4. 2. Oh, I have an ad. When another mob aggroes, that's called an ad. And that's potential serious hazard. 2. It's going to be a close run thing. 2 again. Oofta. Use my herb. Have my 100% back. And there's my herb. I seem to have enough of the fangs, or whatever it was. It'd be nice to get another spider leg, and I need owl feathers. That guy's awfully close, and I still want to skill. Well, I'll let it go. I want to go further easterly. Oh, there is a moonwell. Remember where it is. I wonder if this is the Jade File moonwell. We'll find out. Well, there's Starbreeze Village, so I think I'm in Starbreeze Village. And I'll just click on that. And it is filling. So, good. And there's another player. Whew. Goblin Mode is the name of this player's guild. A guild is a group of players that have, and the group has certain advantages. For one thing, they have better communications among themselves. For another thing, they can share a guild bank vault, or more than one guild bank vaults. Do a 4, do a 2. I'm moving toward the Peace Bloom and Silverleaf. Do another
Have
2.
a target.
Go ahead and renew my shot. To form a guild, a player has to enlist 9 other accounts. Let's just say 9 other people, or at least you can pay for 2 memberships basically and get 2 accounts, and you could actually, people occasionally do that. But mainly you're getting 9 other people to agree to form a guild with you, and there's a procedure to do that in game. And once you're in a guild, you can't join any other guild. You can leave the guild anytime.
Inventory is full.
Oh shoot. Well, I have to have the eggs, so I'll check my... Oh, but before we do that, bleed. It's a 6, and I'm a 6. A 2, a 2. And let's see if I can double what. Okay, so Shift B, or just B. There's a 6-cent fang and a 99-cent small leather collar and a 6-cent spider lid and a 4-cent eggshell. I'll toss the 4-cent eggshell. I'll do a shift right click so I can take just the small egg. I don't really care about the rough. I don't think I do. Let's toss this nap limb and see if I can't tell from there if it's worth more or less. Oh, 41 cents. So good deal. But I can still skin because I have a stack started of both the ruined leather scraps, which I got more of, and the light leather, which I got more of. And I still have stacks, I have started stacks of Peace Bloom and Silverleaf, so I can pick these up. And now at least I see where Starbreeze Village is. And even though I might be collecting low value garbage, I might try to get Strigged Owls. But I need to run back home and clean out my bags. Well, if he attacks me, that's so much leather. He does. He is. Bleed. Shout. Heroic strike. Oh, good thing I kept the fang, because they stack. Just lucky I didn't have any insight. And he's in my way, so I'll select him, charge him, spin my new rage on him. Bleed, and I'll whack. Renew my shot. And there's the herb. Oops. Oh. I'm going to back away from this mystic. As you can see, he's got a ranged attack. It's not a very strong one, but it's certainly, it could be a problem. And I'll keep retreating and I'm retreating in the direction I came from, so I'm not too worried about it. He's going away. I would like the herbs, but I'm a little concerned about my bags being full, and I don't want to throw anything really valuable. So back to plan A, and I will check this owl out. I can charge, bleed, whack. Oh, I got the feather and I got an egg. The eggs aren't useful currently in quests, but they are useful in cooking. Charge 25 seconds on my shout. Bleed. The road is right there, so I think I'll just try to go home. Do a 2. Another 2. I used up all my. Another 2.
I can't carry anymore.
Well, plucked feather wasn't. Yeah, plucked ruffle feather was the expensive one, so I hope I didn't lose very much. Oh, and I'm going the wrong direction. I want to go back here. But I'll try one more. Do a 3. Oops, I didn't get her targeted. 3. Left click or right click will target, but if I right click, then as soon as it's in the range, I'll also be attacking it, whether or not I press 1. 2. Renewed shot. I'm finished with owl feathers, so I'm in good shape. I should be able to get some serious XP and get some of those quest items out of my bags. They're really burdening me. Oh yeah, on a signpost to Starbreeze Village. Well, if I'd paid more attention when I'd come down here from the starting zone, or the starting area, I might have noticed that. Now I'm going to progress this quest sequence with his foul hoof character.
Don't touch me!
Oh heck. And continue. Got all the pieces. Then I'll get rid of 3 stacks. And I'll get a severed voodoo claw. But there's no place to put it. But that's okay. It'll turn out if you give one and get one, it'll swap. It won't force you to have a bag slot ready to take what you're to take the reward if it requires you to give something up. And there's the voodoo claw. Physical damage is reduced, so that'll keep me from getting so much damage if I get ganged up on again by ads. That somewhat creepy protector making tree in the wind noises.
Goddess bless you.
Oh, the fell cones, okay.
Illume like your power.
Oh, let's take a look at that again. I just got Seek Redemption. So it has this lore about the Zen foul hoof and the enemy of the forest and all that. And the net result is I get 3 fell cones and take them back here. Give them to him. I'm going to go after that silver leaf. It's not too far off, and if there's herbalism competition, it might not stay there. Somewhere behind this tree. I think I have gone to this node before. It seems like I remember running around this tree. And at that time, I don't think I had any choice. Yep, I could get through this way. Whoa. I don't know if I can go the opposite direction or not. That got me out of there. And at this point, it would be nice to know where the innkeeper is, where a mailbox is. The reason now for looking to find the mailbox is that inns are usually associated with mailboxes. In capitals, there are more mailboxes, and occasionally out in the field there's a mailbox without an inn. But by and large, if you head toward a mailbox, you'll also head toward vendors. And speaking of, repair would be useful, and why not food and drink? We don't need ammunition, we don't need reagents. Battlemaster's advanced class trainer and profession trainers we don't normally need. Auctioneer we haven't looked at yet, and bankers are only in capitals. Right now all of our quests are low level quests, so we're good. Click here, or you can just press escape, or you can just wait a little bit and that will close. Now the downside is that sort of clutters things up. It's a little harder to see things. Ooh. There's that goblin mode member again. And I doubt if I still need it, but I'm going to, you need it yet, but I'm going to check in with the anvil. Nope, don't need it. Can't use that at all. Discolored Fang. That's a quest item. That's it. Okay. So it's either cooking things or banking things or things I can use. I only have 5 slots left. Or they're quest things, and now I can see that there is a turn-in down here. Oh yes, by the well. Surely want that. So I get 340 and another quest. I get another file, and then I have to carry it to Delanar. A moonwell southeast of the entrance to Darnassus, someplace I have not been. But I'll get a pretty good bump.
Good luck, friend.
Okay. Let me take a look at my quests. Right now, none of them are complete. I'm still going back to Starbreeze Village, it looks like. I'm heading in the right direction. The correct direction. I need one more spider leg for that. Oh yeah. I actually have, except for the eggs, I have enough things from the strigged owls, and I don't have to worry about their aggroing. But I need another small spider leg. 3. Bleed. Whack. shot. Didn't get it there. Oops, I didn't charge in time. Bleed. Aggro. Whack. 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 I'm so close. I'm going to go back and see if I can free up some bag space by turning in this quest. I just happen to remember the quest.
How may I help?
This is one of the swap things, so I'll give up, but I'll lose. So, I mean, I'll free up bag space there, but I'll fill it with spider kebab. But I have a buff food.
Good luck, friend.
The recipe is temporary. Oh, but I can't get it yet because I need a higher level. Let's see if I can do anything about that. Cooking. I can cook 4 eggs. That'll give me level 5. So bottom line is not much. That'll translate the eggs into another buff food. I think I'll leave them as eggs because if I encounter other striated owls, yep, I think I'll just leave it the way it is. On the other hand, if I back off of Starbreeze Village for a while and go to Darnassus, I can put those things in my bank. Well, here's a vendor. I can free up this one bag slot, and even though I don't need, I should acquire this. 38 pennies. I have 4 silver, so I think it'll be okay. I'll do that. And then I'll right-click it to learn it. Can't do that one because I'm not qualified. But now I think I can skill up to 10. I still have to give up a bag slot. But with things that I might be okay throwing away if it came to it. So let's see what we'll do. First we'll use up the eggs. No, let's still have the thing about the eggs. I need to acquire the 9, and the way to do that is with the
I am honored.
With spice bread. Spice bread requires flour and mild spices. 1 flour, 1 mild spice, 1 click, and 10 copper, so I'll go ahead and invest in that. Okay then. I have spice bread, and I can only buy these in 5s, so
Till next we
do
meet.
2 of each. That's 48 copper and 20 copper. There's 24, 48, 5, 10. So I'm still above 3 silver. And now I can create all. Also, I have to be within a few yards of a cooking fire, which I am. But with this new Wrath of the Lich King release, which was completed just last week, I do not have to have special equipment to start a fire, so it means I don't have to tie up bag slots, and I can create a basic campfire almost anywhere. So
May the stars guide you.
now I have regular food, which I'll put over here. I have buff food, which I'll put next to it. And I have a recipe that I can learn, which frees up a bag space. Oh, and a food crate. I'm going to shift click on that because I don't know if I can afford to. Nope. I don't want the slither skin mackerel. The bag space is not worth it. But off once more. Hello, owl. B, I can do this while I run. B closes the bags. Closes my backpack. I have a spider on my right, but I have a peace bloom right in front of me. See where I am. So I need to be going around the tree to the left. Well, I have all the spider stuff I need for a while. I'm going to try to avoid getting any more grays or getting any more stuff to try to conserve some bag space. The stacks are a long way from full for my herbs so far. And I'm very anxious to get up to 15 and then later, I think it was 45. I can't touch the major oil, but maybe I can get that silver leaf. You'll recall that the major oil, actually, I think it was 45, but you see it's red and I can't get it. It was 50, that's even worse. The essential thing to remember is I need to skill up quite a bit to be able to gather it. But it's convenient since I'm watching my skill levels if I can get it together to remember 50 for major oil. But if I forget, okay, I heard the sound of aggro to something here. I'm up against a tree. It's a 5, so bleed it. I'm not going to worry too much about my poison. Hit a 2, renewed my shout. Got a small spider leg. That's cookable. Now. And finally got the peace bloom. And level 17. Now these guys, these Ursas, are going to be between me and Starbreeze Village. They are inhabitants. And either take the spider or take the Ursa. Ursa, of course, is Latin for bear. I have to be a little careful around here because I'm at the very edge of the tree. And if I fall off a cliff in this direction, that's a long fall. It'll be difficult to recover my corpse. I'll have to fall right on top of it. There it is. Oh, and there's a falcon with a spider in the web in the way. So I'm going to use the left and right buttons. And as soon as the 3 turns white, I'm going to charge. Oh, wait a minute. The spider moved out of the way, so maybe I won't aggro it after all. Or maybe it was hiding in there. A 4 and a 2. Now that's a lot of loot. I only have 1 free slot left. 50 cents for that. 6 cents for the spider limb, so I know what I'll throw away if I need 1 slot. Now, in Starbreeze Village, oops, these Ursas are humanoid. That means I can't typically skin them, and it means that they could yield cloth, and it does yield cloth. Cloth is a very useful material. It's used in bandaging, and it's used in tailoring profession, main profession. Now, I don't know what a gardener does. I know that this, oops, well, a gardener charges me. Beat it. I'm going to do some fighting, it looks like here, so raise my shout while the bleed's up and do the heroic strike. As long as I yield copper, I'm in good shape. I think I'll take advantage of this path to do another gather.
Inventory is full.
Are you kidding? I have a full stack of, well, off with the spider limb. I do have a full stack of silverleaf. Well, since I'm here, it would be a shame not to try to complete at least one of these quests. Urasan is level 7. This is a special mob. I'm going to try to avoid him until he's a quest objective. Higher level mobs often carry really good loot. I'm going to charge the warrior. My shout is up. Bleed. Number 2, heroic strike. He runs, let's see. Okay. Had to chase him a little bit. The problem with mobs that run is if they get in the neighborhood of other mobs, they'll recruit them. That's another reason to have a bleed up. So on these mobs, if the bleed is about to expire, I'll renew it. Like here, renew the bleed. Let's have another more powerful. I don't know what that was, but okay. Uh-oh. My shout is gone. Put up the shout. I have plenty of rage. Bleed. Quack. Quack. charge, bleed, whack. These sequences of abilities are called rotations, and
I can't carry anymore.
well, that's okay. I can't skin him, and I don't need the apple. Oh no. So I just went into his aggro, which is okay. Bleed, whack. Two. And finally, get my 270, complete this. I don't get anything from it, which is good. 270 is a pretty good bump. And return to Dolinar, which I want to do. I need to go to the bank. So I'll do my B, find my Hearthstone, right click. Completing this quest will probably ding me. That is to say, it will level me to 7. So I'm well past time to see my trainer. And actually, if I have multiple quest turn-ins, I'll try to turn them all in.
Can I assist you?
Yep. Ah, the Relic's Awakening. That's a pretty hairy quest. It means getting 4 items, and that means having a lot of backspace. It also means wading through a number of humanoids. Can't remember if I had a warrior trainer here or not. Easy to find out.
I am honored.
Class trainer. Warrior. Dolinar. Cool.
Be careful.
She up here? I've completely forgotten where she was. Well, I'm going to go to this anvil.
How may I help?
Still don't need any repairs. And I'm using food very slowly, and I'm going to go ahead and sell my spice bread. Got 50 for it, but it freed up a bag slot, and I do need that.
Good luck, friend.
Now, to find my quest giver, or my turn-in, I'm going to do none. That'll turn those all back off. And I guess I'll just ask again. Make sure that if I get too close to the target,
How may
the
I
flag
help?
disappears. So the flag is back up. Now I'll zoom in. Get my turns more identifiable.
Del Nadris.
Ah, she was standing right there. So click on the minus so that I will be able to see some distance.
Hello.
There you are. So, Thundercloud. Well, that looks like a good one. It takes nearly 1 silver. What else you got? Parry. That gives me more defensive skill. That's also 1 silver. And Victory Rush, which also is about 1 silver. Well, I can afford all three of them, and so I should take all three of them. So I'll train that one, train that one, and train that one. Now, since parry is passive, I don't have to worry about putting it
Goddess watch over you.
on my button bar, but the other two are active, so I do. I'll put Thunderclap at 6. I'm anticipating getting another ability. And I'll put Victory Rush at Alt 5. It expires so quickly, 20 seconds. Instantly attack the target. So I do want to do that, but if I'm working through mobs or if I have ads, this will come in very handy. And I can do the Alt 5 and apply it, but it's less convenient to use if it's off most of the time. So I won't put it in my numbers. Every player has his or her own idea about the best selection of these things. Let me review my quests. I've turned in all of them that I have. And so at this point, I'm ready to head back to Darnassus. I've seen my trainer, but I need to see my bank and clear some of this. And I have a full stack of Silverleaf, which means I can go to the auction house pretty efficiently. I can auction, and on the way, I already have one of these falcons in the stack. So this is 2 of the 3 I need. You can auction a single item. You don't have to wait until you get a stack of them. You can get or a partial stack of items for all of that. You don't have to have a full stack. But full stacks are pretty efficient. Pressing numlock. After we've done our banking, we'll probably go ahead and leave the game. I'll do the K. I see 20 out of 75 in herbalism and 11 of 75 in skinning. And I see that I haven't trained up my daggers at all. I think I'll go ahead and equip the dagger by clicking on it, and equip the shield by clicking on it. And now if I do a C, you can see I'm carrying a shield and a dagger. That's a level 8. I'm a level 7. Since I haven't skilled up when I'm carrying, I don't dare take on a mob higher than I am. This is kind of dicey, but I'll do the 3. And I'll see if she'll help me. She doesn't seem to be particularly interested. Well, that's a bummer. Well, I'm going to change back to the sword. I think I might be able to live over this, but maybe not. A bit of a close thing.
Not enough rage.
Oh, shoot. Well, so much for that experiment. But I died near the cemetery, so I don't have too far from my corpse run. The biggest downside to dying is that it wears very quickly. It could be that when I check again, the anvil will actually want some money. Anyway, I'm going to put these back on. And just a little time in Darnassus reestablishes my 200% cursor. Dolinar, back to Palameth, Dolinar, and I haven't been whacking those guys. Dolinar. So the only reason I'm here is for the bank. Well, let me see, I have 2 silver. I probably have enough, I'm sure I have enough to train basic first aid. There are 3 general professions. Two, and then there are a bunch of specific professions. Every player can have all 3 of the general professions, and only a maximum of 2 of the particular specific professions. First aid is a general profession.
I am honored.
So, put my extra silver leaf here, my extra peace bloom there, and I'll get lots more of the ruined leather scraps, but I won't get so many of the light leather for a while. And so until I begin to reduce some of my quest burden, that's what I'll carry.
May the stars guide you.
I'm taking this, I'm going to take it this way. Fishing is an important skill. And an important profession, I should say. I'm going to pick it up at this trainer, and because I know how I can get a cheap pole,
What brings you
I'm
here?
not going to get a fishing pole. So, it takes nearly 1 more silver to do this, which probably means it'll take 1 more silver for the for first aid. So it'll leave me about somewhere around 40 copper. This is where I am, and that's where I'm headed. Oops. Reach for the keyboard. That happens to me with some annoying regularity. Reach and hit the wrong button. So in Darnassus, the auction house is here in this tree-like thing. It's well attended. There is actually another auctioneer on the next level, but it's seldom crowded. This is not really a hub. Now if I press the B and shift left click, that puts the full name of whatever I clicked on into that slot, and I can search on the name, and I see that folks are selling full stacks. Well, they're attempting to sell full stacks of silver leaf for 3 silver, which should be very nice. I'm going to right click. I clicked on auctions, right click, that puts it in, and 3 silver is, it may be the going price. I don't know if they're moving or not, so I'll put 2 and 50. Now this is a starting bid, and the auction would run for 24 hours, but I'm going to put it up for a longer period of time, which means I'm going to actually invest my whole bankroll basically, and do a 295. Oops, 2 tab 95, and create an auction. I think I'll go ahead and change it to save a little, in hopes I can still get training, in the hopes that it will sell within 24 hours. So I still have 76 copper. I don't think that's enough to train my first aid, but the only way to find out is to go to the first aid trainer. And how do I know where that is? Well, one way would be to find a guard. I actually remember where it is. I also remember that guards are on this terrace. So I'll find a guard. There is a guard.
Ishnu Allah.
Go for profession. All the professions are lumped together. First aid, Craftsman's Terrace, and then just press N.
Farewell.
And now I see the flag, and I just continue north, and the road will run out, but there will be this hub, and I can go up there. So now the flag appears on the mini-map. There's another quest giver. I know in advance that these particular quests are for what you might call toys. Actually, Blizzard does call them toys. So they don't help with anything, but they take up bag space or bank slot space. There is first aid. By the way, there is cooking. This is an empty residence. That appears to be empty. And alchemy training is over here. And Argent Dawn, whatever that is above them. So I'm going to go here and just find out what it takes to start first aid.
What brings you here?
Yep, 95 copper, and I've got 76 copper.
Go in peace.
19 copper. Now there is a temptation and an unfortunate tendency among players to beg. They just actually ask other players for additional money, and I think it's distasteful. it's easy enough for me to go out and get some more grays and sell them. While I'm
The
at
loom
this
be
trainer,
with you.
I'll just check to see if I'm missing anything. And I'm not. I can't train Journeyman Cook the next level until I've gotten a level 50 in cooking, and it's going to be very expensive compared to what I have available now. And spiced wolf meat I could learn, and it would take 48 copper, but I am a
May the
long way
stars
from
guide you.
wolves. There are no wolves in this zone, so I'm going to leave that alone and just worry about getting first aid. So I'll position myself near the innkeeper. And it occurs to me that I should be seeing the innkeeper, and that I've forgotten to restore any of this stuff. So I'll put find herbs back in, repair back in, food and drink, the innkeeper, flight master, so I can get around. And I don't need the trainers right now, and mailbox. And I'll click, whoop, it's expired before I could, but that's fine. What is this place? Enchanting. And the innkeeper is also the quest giver. And I'll bring that set of quests up and so you can see
Goddess
them.
bless you.
Imp in a Ball is a toy. Goblin Gumbo Kettle is a toy. Tabard of Flame. Well, Tabard of Flame is at least equipable. What do I need to do that? Just ask for it is what the deal is. So I'll bring up I did a B to see where it goes. And I'll grab myself a Tabard of Flame. Yay. Which gave me no XP. I can see what she's carrying. There will be food and drink, most of which is above my level.
Goddess watch over you.
Right click the Tabard of Flame. Oh, and I get an achievement for that, so that's good. There it is in my tabard slot. Guilds have tabards, and that's kind of a thing, and they get experience credit for that too. Guilds often exist for the purposes of having groups for battlegrounds, which we haven't talked about, raids, which we haven't talked about, and instances or dungeons. The advantage there is if you are in a guild and are doing PvP or group actions in a dungeon or a raid, you've worked with each other and sort of get your moves down. Well, I'm facing outward, but I don't really need to because I'll be hearthing after this expires. But we've been at it for quite a while, and we have leveled, and we have gained a little bit of, well, a couple of important additional capabilities. The Thunderclap and Victory Rush. So I think this is a good time to leave. So this is where we'll pick up next time. See ya.